Claims about Meghan bullying members of her own staff.
This was somehow sort of suppressed and tucked under the carpet to avoid any embarrassment for a senior royal.
The results of this inquiry into Meghan's bullying of staff members at the palace doesn't paint a very pretty picture of her, but we're never going to see it.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposing SMG. So there is some interesting news that we have to report on today, but first, we're going to have to do a quick rewind. A little over a year ago in March 2021, a lot of things went down in the world of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Firstly, it was announced that they were going to give a huge tell-all interview on Oprah. We covered that entire story in 2 videos discussing the lies they told on Oprah. I also have a detailed breakdown of what happened on my blog, which will be linked in the description box. Secondly, The Times released a huge story talking about how Meghan and occasionally Harry were bullying and harassing palace staff. Go check out my video on that to refresh your memory about what was exposed. Now, pro-Meghan and Harry supporters accused the royal family of unleashing a smear campaign on them because the news came out right before the Oprah interview went live. If I remember correctly, it was literally like a few nights before. Now, when this happened, Buckingham Palace released a statement saying that they will be launching an investigation into the allegations of bullying and said that this investigation will be funded privately and not from taxpayer money. So I gather you all here today to tell you that the investigation has officially concluded. But Buckingham Palace refuses to publish the results of what the investigation found. However, there are some things to discuss here, especially with Meghan's PR reps being upset that the results haven't been published and whether or not that was done as a favor to them or as a favor to the royal family. Of course, this is something that you guys are going to discuss in the comment section below. A palace official who spoke on the condition of anonymity told reporters that details of the bullying investigation will be kept confidential to protect the privacy of those who testified about their experiences working with Meghan when she and Harry were living in Kensington Palace. The official said, "Because of the confidentiality of the discussions, we did not communicate the detailed recommendations. Recommendations have been incorporated into policies and procedures where appropriate, and policies and procedures have changed. I think the goals were achieved because lessons have been learned." And the palace did not explain what those lessons were or how their human resource policies had changed. Now remember, the palace never endorsed the allegations, but they said they were serious enough to investigate. Royal watchers expected the review to be mentioned in the Sovereign Grant report that includes the annual financial accounts of the monarchy's spending and income published, but because the investigation was privately funded and not done with taxpayer money, therefore they didn't have to include it in the public accounts. Now let's get to the interesting part, which usually has to deal with Meghan's audacity. E! News published an exclusive story about how Meghan and Harry feel about the palace bullying investigation results not being made public, and they wrote that poor little Harry and poor little Meghan won't get any closure from Buckingham Palace. Now, how does E! News know exactly how Meghan and Harry supposedly feel? Well, they told them, of course. If you're new to the world of Hollywood, sites like E! News are usually on the publicist's payroll, and it's where celebrities give their official statement about a story without wanting to directly comment on it. For legal purposes, the celebrity usually approves of everything being written on sites like E! News, and they work hand in hand with the celebrity and their team. This is just my little personal fact addition, since I run a blog that works with sources, and I've had contact with big media sites such as E! News, TMZ, and so on. So I know the logistics of how this works. Now, E! News wrote that a source close to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex tells E! News exclusively that the couple is disappointed that the results of the review of the investigation will not be shared. So right off the bat, we know that whatever is written in that article is something that Meghan and Harry want us to know and believe. But despite the whole article being a recap of what happened, the only thing that's new in there is that they're upset that the results aren't being released. It seems like Meghan and Harry want to paint a narrative that says, look, the palace didn't find anything damaging on us, and instead, they found that we didn't bully staff, and therefore this proves that it was a smear campaign after all. What do you guys think? So people are saying that because you would assume that if the results were found to be damaging to Meghan, they'd release it. Because that is the assumption that the royal family wants to destroy Meghan and Harry, blah 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 blah. However, I have it on good authority that the palace did find something indeed. But they are withholding the information just in case they actually need it one day. Right now, the royal family is winning the war between them versus Meghan and Harry. Why? Well, after Meghan and Harry trashed the royal family on Oprah and did all the things they didn't succeed in anything and instead came running back for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, which I discussed in one of my videos. Definitely check that out because there I talked about how I believe that Meghan and Harry went to the UK only because it was truly their last resort and no one even wanted them there. And if the royal family was as bad to them as they claimed on Oprah, why attend an event that honors the woman that leads the big bad family you speak of? Just as predicted, time revealed that Meghan and Harry aren't as truthful and authentic as they want to come off. So I personally believe that it's highly possible that they are shielding these results for a day that they truly need them. Is it a smear campaign? No. I'd like to say that it's a calculated response that will be done for security measures. I don't think they need to reveal all their cards right now, especially since Meghan and Harry haven't revealed theirs. After all, there are rumors that they will be doing another Oprah interview, and there are rumors saying that whatever documentary or Netflix thing they produce will be something damaging to the royal family. So why release anything they have now when they can wait for a day they will truly need it? What do you guys think about that? Also, Meghan and Harry were recently photographed going to Oprah's house, therefore feeding the narrative that they are going to do another interview with her. And can we just talk about these planned photo ops? How did the paparazzi know specifically when you're leaving your house to go to Oprah's? And why would they be photographing you on private property? And these photos are all taken by Backgrid, which is known to be like a company that sells these private photos. Like a random paparazzi from the streets wasn't randomly called up. These were photos that were specifically planned. And you can see them in the car, and it's just like, the paparazzi do not camp out on private property. How do they know? How do they know they're going to be there? How do they know they're going to Oprah's house? And is Oprah okay with her lot being privately filmed like that? For people who've talked so much about how privacy is so important to them and security is their number one thing, we are getting a lot of planned photo ops. I also wanted to update you guys on an upcoming Meghan and Harry topic on this channel. I am going to be breaking down all of the insane tea that is exposed in Lady Colin Campbell's book, Meghan and Harry, The Real Story. I asked you guys in the community dashboard and there was an overwhelming amount of excitement, so I am excited to start reading the book, taking a little notes, and doing a little video on each chapter and what inside tea it releases. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm also going to publish an article on my blog that spills some additional tea about this whole bullying allegation results, as well as whether or not Meghan and Harry will do another tell-all interview. Once I publish that, I will include it in the description box, but you guys can head over to exposingsmg.com to get all the inside tea about those two while you guys wait. We were one of the first outlets to expose that the Oprah interview was indeed happening a few months before they teased it, and we have a lot more coming over there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I enjoy reading what you guys have to say. Follow us on our social media to get all the latest tea. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos every week. And as always, I'll see you next time.